Oh, here I go again. Well, it's been a long time since I had a live stream or a podcast, and it's because I've been in the trenches, not necessarily in the bad trenches, but just in the growth and development trenches and the process trenches. Sometimes when we talk about being in the trenches, we just think about, just constant work. But sometimes you have to go in for maintenance. And I'm going to say that's part of where I've been for the past few weeks. Anyway, I have something I want to talk about. I have no idea how I'm going to get to it or through it. And it's Sunday night halftime with the San Francisco and Dallas game. So I'm kind of watching it on halftime. I know when it comes back on, my TV is going to get loud. So be patient with me. But I want to talk about something. What do I want to talk about? Let's see. I'm just going to shoot from the hip at this very moment. My head, my heart, my mind, my body, and my soul is all in a whirlwind of stuff, man. A lot of things going through my head right now. And I will go ahead and admit, some of it has been gut wrenching, the kind of stuff that keeps you up at night. There's a song on my CD called Just Before Day. And that is considered the darkest hour, just before breakthrough. And I believe that's what's going on. I believe I'm at a place in my life where things are about to change, and they are about to change for the better. And I believe it's that time, if you are a believer, that, you go through those last few moments of, I guess, the water breaking, those contraction pains just before you are birthed into something, or something is birthed, through you in that way. And that's the only way I can look at it, because I've been around for a long time. And as I said to one of my friends just not long ago, I've been on quite a few battlefields, and I've taken some shots, and I'm still here, and I'm grateful for that. You might notice a little sinus in my voice. I guess, being a little stressed has taken its toll on me. And my head started to get congested over the past few days because I was up and out late. And then I've been getting up early in the morning, just trying to be consistent with my workouts. And then one day I got caught in the rain. So all of that together and just being tired. And then I went out with one of my buddies at the very last minute, and they twisted my arm in a celebration moment and made me take a shot of something that I probably should not have had, and I'm paying for it now. That stuff ain't for everybody, and I'll just go ahead and say it. Lord, forgive me. And anyway, well, that's why my head is probably sounding a little nasal, but I think I'm over the worst part of it, and tomorrow is a new day. But what I want to talk about is how we interact in circumstances. There are reasons people do certain things. And until you have actually gone through something, you can always give your friend or family advice on what they should do and how they should respond when, we face different crises. And the list goes on and on of the things that we experience on a daily basis, from finances to relationships to jobs and careers, to our health issues. We go through things and we don't always know how to respond. And I'm going to get to my point, but I kind of want to, lay the foundation. There's something about either revenge, or karma, or what is it called? Is it karma? There's a word I'm looking for. It's like, the Bible says what the devil meant for evil, God, intends for your good. And there have been many cases, I'll speak for myself, when someone did something or a situation happened where someone may have been wanting it to not work out for me or wanting to hurt me. And maybe it did for a while, but in the end, it always works out. And the Bible also says all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. But man, there's something about going through a situation that you don't feel that. You don't see that. And even if someone close to you tries to encourage you, when you're in the trenches, when you're in the fire, when you're in the lion's den, when you're up against the giant, man, it really takes faith and time. I heard something today. It says time does not heal anything. It just gives us time to get used to the pain. And I kind of was able to resonate with that. So I guess, for lack of a better word, time does make things better, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe time just gives us the ability, to deal with those situations, circumstances. And so, as I was saying, you watch these reels sometimes on social media where someone does something to someone and then it backfires and it blows up in their face, like when someone tries to rob somebody. And like I watched something today, some guy ran in the store and stole something and ran out and dropped his wallet. And his wallet had all the information. It was on camera. And not only that, the guy had some important things in there. So he meant to do something bad, but it just kind of backfired on him. So, the Bible also says, 1,000 may fall at your right side, 10,000 at your left, but it won't come nigh thee. Meaning that when evil comes against you, you feel it. And, the Bible says, no weapon formed against you will prosper. But that part about saying that it won't form, things will happen. We will go through stuff. And the time it takes to get over situations and circumstances, man, is, I guess, that's where character is built. And I've been listening to lots and lots of, motivationals, podcasts where, people encourage you for different situations and circumstances. And you have to believe that, just like a muscle, when you put stress on it, you tear it down, but eventually it builds. When you're working out, it's painful, to go to the gym and to walk or to run or to do exercises. But on the other side of that pain is where the joy comes from. Frankie Beverly and Mays had a song. I'm going to play that. Joy in pain, sunshine in the rain. And it's really tough, man, when you're going through it. So I guess I'll get to my point. If you're walking in the alley and you see somebody that you want to harm, and what you do is you hide and you lay so that you can sneak up on them, so you can get the drop on them, so you can catch them by surprise, so that you can do them in. If you're going to harm them or, do some serious harm to them, or rob them or something, you have to do it in a sneaking way. And I guess that's how evil is, when people are harmed in ways like that, But there's that time when, if someone tries to sucker punch you or to get the drop on you and you can get the drop on them, that's always a good thing, I guess. And nobody wants to take a hit. Nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to be on the dirty end of any stick. And I'm being nice in saying that. Nobody wants to be the one who gets fired or who gets broken up with or who gets evicted or what else? Who gets blindsided in traffic. Nobody wants to be that person. And if you can get the jump on a situation, let's say if a car is coming towards you that run the light and you can hit brakes fast enough or swerve to get away from that, that's what you call dodging a bullet. And that's good whenever you can maneuver through life and avoid hurt, harm, and danger. Sometimes you get the bear, and as my brother would say, sometimes the bear will get your behind. You have to always be alert. Look for warning signs. They call them red flags because things will happen. Les Brown would say, life will hit you on the blind side. So if and when those things happen, you have to realize that, first of all, if you are doing your best and you're doing right by situations and circumstances and people, and, like you're just walking through the alley on your way home and somebody, gets the jump on you for whatever reason, just know that, especially if you live to tell about it, it's just part of what you have to go through. We have to recover. I guess it's just like taking a fall. When you fall, you can't stay down. You have to get up and keep going. And I guess I'm going to get to my point. And I apologize for my sinus. I feel good. I know I don't even think I'm contagious. I think I just ran myself a little bit too much, got too much stress. And this is what happens when you don't take care of yourself. Your body will shut you down and you'll see the results through this kind of stuff. So I guess what I'm trying to say is we always want to watch out for red flags and watch out for surprises and, try to, protect ourselves the best we can. But there's sometimes we can't. And if we fall into, a trap or something and we're able to get up, just know that, it'll strengthen you. It's, you can make something good out of it. You don't have to let bad experiences keep you down if you fall. And, bad things happen sometimes. Things hit us by surprise and they can either make you or they can break you. And there's a lot you can learn about why things happen and why people do certain things. There are different types of personalities where people will do certain things or say certain things at certain times, and, you can get information to help you get through those tough times. But I guess now I'm getting to my point. If you ever find yourself in the place of where you have the opportunity to get out, I don't know what it was. It was some trading stock, and I don't want to call anybody's name, but there was this famous person who got the word ahead of time about, some stocks and whatnot, and they sold all theirs and got out, and they did stuff, to where other people lost theirs. They had the opportunity to protect themselves, and instead of taking the hit with everybody else or being fair about it, they only protected themselves, and so many people lost their pensions and their stocks and their savings. And I guess that person, had to be dealt with eventually. But the point I'm making is, as you navigate through life, in and out of situations, whether it's a job or relationship, friendship, your neighborhood, wherever it is, if you are the person in position to where you know that someone is going to be blindsided by something, I want to encourage you to think about you being in the alley when someone is getting ready to, come upon you to sift you as wheat or to do you harm. If those robbers and muggers and those people would think about the tables being turned, if it was them, they would not want it to be done to them. And my favorite scripture is this for a reason. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and or to not do unto others as you would not have them do unto you. So I guess the message that I want to send is this. If you are the person who gets the jump and you can do the right thing or play fair, or you can take into consideration what someone else may experience by the action you're going to take, and by all means, there's this saying that says every man for themselves. I guess that's kind of selfish. And, if the building is on fire and you need to get out, you need to get out. If you can't save other people, you just can't. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if the decision you're going to make is going to be extremely detrimental to someone else, and you can prevent that. Hold on, I gotta sneeze, I think. Oh, God. Oh, I thought I did. Do I have to sneeze? Okay, back to my point. If, you have the opportunity to show leniency on a person, by all means, if someone deserves or if someone needs to get what's coming to them, by all means, you can't be super saver and just jump in and protect people, who cause trouble upon themselves. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you have the opportunity to be considerate of what someone is going to feel. Think about if it was you on the other end, how you would feel if someone did something to you. I'm not going to name any scenarios. I gave some examples. If you're going to be able, if somebody's going to lose their job the next day, of course they tell you on jobs, not to say anything about it. Or if you're the person, somebody's getting ready to take a hit, something bad is getting ready to happen to somebody, or what you do, just do the best you can at maybe giving someone a softer place to land when you pull the rug out from under people, or when you sneak attack on someone. It's no fun. And just as sure as you, with malice in your heart, do something to someone that you could have prevented, it's probably going to come back to you 10 times. So, without saying too much, talking too much, if you have to go through your tough time, go through it and know that it's building something inside of you. And if you can get up from a fall and keep going, it was Sly Stone who said in Rocky, it's not how many times you can get hit. It's how many times you can get hit and get back up and keep going. So 2 messages I want to close with. If you can avoid someone taking an unnecessary hit, do your best to pad it for them if you can, by all means. But if you are the one who has to take the hit, look at it as an opportunity. Look at it as a lesson. Look at it as an opportunity to grow through whatever this negative or bad or trying experience is. And there's nothing wrong with crying. Man, when things happen to you, when people do you wrong, or you feel like someone's doing you wrong, or you have to go through, your storm, it can be painful. Just know. And in closing, on the other side of every storm, the sun is still shining. So get through the storm. Be forgiving of those who use you or abuse you. You don't want to wish bad on people. And you don't want to put yourself in position for people to hurt you either. But if you are done wrong in a situation and you get through it, have mercy on people. For as Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That attitude will always cause you to triumph. I hope I'm saying that right. Again, forgive me for my stuffy head. I'm okay. I just need a little rest. But I'm going to get up. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but I had to respond to something. Anyway, as I was saying, go through, get through, be strong, and know trouble don't last always. I'm going to end with that song. Here's Timothy Wright in this song. It's an inspirational song, one of my favorites. I'm so glad trouble don't last always. You can and you will get through it. Don't hold grudges. Take it as a lesson and grow from it. Okay? Find someone you need to say I love you to. Don't just say it. Show it, mean it. Let it be true. And be good to yourself. Okay? Have a good evening. Ciao.
Yes, I am. Trouble don't last always. Can I get a witness? I'm so glad. Trouble don't last always. Listen, may not come when you want it, but it's on time. In times of trouble, found him to be a friend of mine. In time, storm cloud night, he'll be there. All your burdens, I know the Lord help you to bear.